Yeah. Ha! Yeah, I'm so special, I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. I'm like Ichigo, master in a red suit. This my Bankai form, I'm about to let loose. Better make your next move your best move. Straight out the gate, niggas gon' hate and try to test you. Watch who you with, who your mans, who you next to. If you take a hit with son assist like a nephew,
you can never check us. Homie, this a chess move. Wrote this on a little short bus, I'm so special. If Mav say get him, I'ma get him. Ain't no talking when I pull up. Park up, hop out, run down with my hood up. Now what the fuck are you hating for? Can't DFG get money anymore?
Turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper. Eventually, there is going to be a show of someone's life from start to finish.
That's not Keyz or not?
No.
How long
we don't know the start.
You know the start.
We don't know the start.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, we do have that. You have these YouTube channels where, you know, parents put their kids on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ryan's
World.
They've
made like hundreds of millions. That's basically the Truman Show.
Yeah. Wow.
You saw him as almost a baby and got to see him grow up.
You know, there are people protesting that it should stop now.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't think you should exploit your kids.
They had more kids though.
Yeah, but listen, I understand that. I mean, he transformed their lives. I just think that there's other ways you can make money.
Look, well, he didn't have a say, and now he has to wear that for the rest of his life. Like, what if he develops
Mike Jackson, Gary Coleman?
Exactly. Michael Jackson never got his childhood. He's always walked around fucked up, and you know, a lot of the things that they say he did came from the fact that his childhood he's been performing since he was like this.
Fucked up parents.
No, but you only feel like you missed something because of seeing someone else have something. Because there's kids in Africa who like, yo, you 4 years old, you hunting with us. You dig what I'm saying? Like, not to say that's like the whole of Africa right now, but there used to be tribes where, you know, at a certain age, you're a man.
Right.
And you're going to partake in the shit that we do as men.
Yeah.
And they're not sitting around complaining, well, I didn't get to play with toys. I had to hunt lions.
That's not
that's
not celebrity. That's not celebrity. That's
but
not celebrity on a mass scale.
The missing childhood thing is not.
Well, we're talking about in America. We're talking about Americanized kids. If we were talking about kids in other cultures where at a certain age these things are expected of you and they were raised knowing that, that's one thing. But if you're Michael Jackson and you see a bunch of kids running around playing and you want to go out and run and play and your father beats you because it's time to sing and it's time to rehearse, this is going to alter how you become an adult. You can't really become a regular adult.
Looking at the results,
let's think about this.
Joe Jackson.
You might want a whole Netherland ranch.
Let's think about this a little bit. All right. No childhood. Thriller.
Yeah.
Right, like I said, can you read the results?
No childhood. 51-0. Mayweather. You see the correlation? 50-0.
Yeah, no, bad parents, horrible parents breed genius children, but you got to be a horrible parent. What's my man name?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree. I don't think LeVar Ball, who I interviewed, I don't think he was a horrible parent in the least. I thought he was a great dad.
Right.
And he had 2 kids
in the NBA.
The first time ever in NBA history where 2 brothers were picked in top 5 in the draft. Ever in the history of the NBA. And his 3rd kid is like, you know, he would have a contract on team and then, you know, whatever, you get dropped. So he was almost in the NBA. Right. But 2 of the kids are legitimately star NBA players.
Right. Now,
and LaMelo is really like a star. Got his own Puma sneaker and huge salary and whatever else.
I never said that.
That's not on accident.
No, not right. But horrible, when I say horrible, I mean like, if y'all was talking, the metric y'all put forth is like to take away their childhood. He absolutely did that. Serena Williams' father. He's a strong black dude, took care of his daughters. No, they knew love. Right. What, did they get to play with their friends?
Tiger Woods, same thing. But the thing is that like, none of these kids would have became who they were if the father did not devote their entire lives to their children. Put aside.
Because it's not like
Matthew knows who Beyonce. He sold his house so he could focus on her singing career, knowing there's a pretty good chance she's going to go nowhere, right? Because most singers go nowhere. But he went and sold his house and devoted his life for his kids.
Who we talking about?
Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's dad. Yo, man, it takes an incredible father to really give up their own lives and focus on something that their kid 3 years later say, Dad, I don't want to do it. Snoop Dogg, remember he moved to Vegas so his son could play football for that one private school. Son gets into UCLA, said, Dad, I don't want to play football anymore. Then he ended up like wearing dresses and makeup and, went off in some other direction. But I'm just saying, he went through all that for his son to say his freshman year,
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it anymore. This is your thing, not me.
And now what happened? So when Michael, the story is that when Michael said he didn't want to do it anymore, Joe was like, nah, you're still doing it. You're still doing it.
That's the story.
Now, did Michael regret that when he was making Thriller?
We don't know that.
He regretted that at night
You see what I'm
alone.
saying?
That's a good question.
You only
No, he
regret
probably
when
did.
you regret when you by yourself.
What
When
killed
you out there
Michael?
moving?
I
What's
don't.
that?
What killed Michael?
Propanol.
Propanol.
Drugs.
Drug. Well, he had a live-in doctor that was giving him
Right.
an obscene
Amount.
anesthesia.
To help him sleep.
When I had this minor operation, they gave me the same shit. They had to cut into me is because I had the same shit that Michael was using so he could take a nap. And it killed him.
That doesn't sound like a well-adjusted adult.
Yeah, but there's a lot more.
So
Well, you're also talking about
There's a
someone
lot
with
more
obscene amount of money. They could do whatever he wants.
Almost everybody we mentioned just now in the childhood category has an obscene amount of money. We mentioned Mayweather, Beyonce. Like we're all talking about money where money to the point where money is no object.
Right.
What my point is, I'm not here to tell you that it can't be done right because we just named some examples. Beyonce seems pretty well adjusted. She's a mother. She's a wife.
Right.
Mayweather
Right.
seems for the most part.
There is a
well-adjusted.
big difference though with what happened with Michael because I remember I forgot who I spoke to about this, but remember the Pepsi commercial where his
hair
He
caught
got
fire.
his Jerry curl
Yeah.
caught on fire.
Yeah.
He was in constant pain from that point on it. Like those scars never fully healed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those are the
that's
skin
crazy.
grafts.
That's why he wore a
You know
wig
that?
for the rest
That's why
of his
he wore a
life.
wig.
No, I
He
know
was in
that.
constant pain, had to
constant
take
pain
constant
thing I didn't
pills, everything else like that. And that's what I think ultimately made him go and become a drug addict in a way. Same thing with Prince. I forgot who told me this too. Might have been Lunel. But Prince, would love to do the splits on stage and shit. Once you get into your 50s, that shit, you don't heal up from that shit.
Right.
So he ended up fucking up his hip. And I think he spent a long time before actually getting an operation. So then he just started popping pills. He died from a drug overdose. Remember, he was popping pills in his compound, and they just found him dead in the elevator.
Wow.
So a lot of that has to do with physical pain that never fully heals. So people medicate and become junkies essentially over time.
Hanging out with kids. Just looked to me
Michael
like
Jackson,
somebody-
yeah, that was weird.
Looked to me like somebody trying to get their childhood back. And I'm not a psychiatrist. What the fuck do I know? But if I would attribute it to anything, that's what I always heard.
I mean, it's the equivalent of me not getting anything for Christmas but spoiling my kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't have children, but if I can see children enjoy themselves, it brings me some sort of
Michael Jackson had children.
personal
Later
pleasure.
on, though.
Later on.
later on.
Yeah, by the time he had kids, he
But-
wasn't having sleepovers with other people's kids.
Yeah, around that time. I mean, and then we saw a lot of those kids come back and say, "Yo, my parents made me say
Right,
that shit."
right.
Yeah.
It never
Yeah,
happened.
no, absolutely.
You know
I'm
what
not,
I mean?
I don't, like I said, if I'm not there, I'm not putting nothing on nobody.
And
I don't do that. That's
we
not how I-
gotta remember Macaulay Culkin, came to his defense.
Yeah, he said nothing happened.
Now
The main kid that got the money said that.
I saw who was the comedian that said, if I was a pedophile like
Dave Chappelle.
Macaulay Culkin is like the gold star.
Gold star, right.
So it's like, if I don't get him, why would I?
Why am I doing
this?
this?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, Corey
come on, man.
Corey Feldman or Corey Haim came forward and said
Nothing happened.
he told the whole world Michael Jackson never did. These are the guys who actually did it. You won't do anything to them. And I keep telling you, Michael never did anything. And instead, the
Right.
real pedophiles over here, and you refuse to do anything to them.
And then he killed himself.
Who killed himself?
One of the
Wait.
Corys. Which one of them died?
No, one of them died of an overdose. I don't think the other one's dead.
No, one of them's still here.
Feldman's still alive.
Yeah, and that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Haim is the one who had the overdose.
I don't know, man. I don't think Michael Jackson was a pedophile. I haven't seen any actual real proof that's legitimate, that doesn't come with a lawsuit associated with it. Let someone say, this is what happened. I don't want any money out of the situation. Because the Leaving Neverland guys, they were suing for $100 million. And when Oprah asked about it, he goes, oh, well, it's not really about the money. It's just, motherfucker, $100 million. It's about the money.
Damn, do we have any greats left?
Sue for $1 if you're trying to prove a point.
We do.
What do you mean?
When you say we, who you talking
When I
about?
say we, meaning hip hop, meaning black people.
Why you giving me mixed signals? Let's be honest, you want some dick in you. Or you don't. I don't know. Baby, you got what I need. But you say I'm just nah. You say I'm just fuck out of here. Stop